Recently, the world got news that North Korea's leader, Kim Jong-un, has undergone a surgery and apparently he's in critical condition. There actually have been many rumors surrounding his current state, even that he's on life support. So here's the question: what would happen if Kim Jong-un actually dies? Who will take over the country? Will North Korea have a female leader? Keep watching to find out who may become the new dictator in North Korea. And don't forget to subscribe to Curiosips and turn on the notifications to stay up to date with our new videos. If you're waiting for answers on how Kim Jong-un is doing, I have to tell you that we're in the same position. There's not much reliable evidence about his condition, and it's actually almost a miracle that we even found out about the dictator's procedure. It's a fact that North Korea hides information, but the details about its leader's personal health is one of the most carefully protected details. But despite the country's reputation for keeping everything secret, the deaths of its previous leaders, Kim Jong-un's father and grandfather, were reported almost immediately, or with about a 48-hour delay. Because of COVID-19, North Korea has been on total lockdown, so it's been impossible for researchers to spot any secret flights into the country that might have carried foreign doctors to treat the leader. There have even been rumors that Kim isn't actually ill, and he's not at the hospital. Apparently, he's been detected by U.S. sources walking in the port city of Wonsan in North Korea. Newspapers have even published stories from witnesses who claimed that they've spotted him inspecting construction of the city's tourist area. So these sources claim that he just ran off on holidays. But anyway, most likely this is all false. As I said, the health of Korean leaders is one of the most top-secret topics, and when something isn't available for people, they get weirdly intrigued and fascinated by it. So Kim Jong-un has only joined the family tradition of rumors surrounding his health. I'll tell you about his father and grandfather in a moment, but first let's talk about what happened to Kim Jong-un. Kim, who is believed to be 36 years old, is in famously bad shape. A heavy smoker, and has an estimated body mass index of 45, which would classify him as extremely obese. And the general view seems to be that he did in fact undergo surgery, as reported by Daily NK. It turns out that, according to a joint report by South Korean and American media, Kim Jong-un underwent a very dangerous heart surgery. Later, CNN reported that Kim was said to be in grave danger following the procedure. Suddenly, reports of him being brain dead, in a coma, or sick with COVID-19 spread through social media. But whether the North Korean leader is dead, gravely ill, recovering, or perfectly fine is still unknown, and it will stay like that until Pyongyang releases something official. The one thing that we can be sure about is that Kim Jong-un made his last public appearance on April 11th. If Kim really did fall ill, it could have been a sudden thing that needed urgent treatment. When did people get suspicious? It was his absence from the public eye 4 days later at the Day of the Sun, which is his grandfather's birthday, and it's the most important day in the North Korean calendar. He had also missed attending a cruise missile launch the evening before, which was unusual but not something new. As rumors kept spreading, the state media had been reporting on Kim's dictatorial activities as it normally does. Experts mentioned that there has been no strange troop movement and no spike in communications, and that shows that nothing extraordinary is happening as of right now. But because other experts don't want to completely dismiss the worst scenario, let's see what would happen if Kim Jong-un died, as long as it's not fake news, as it has happened before. What I mean is that in November 1986, sad music played and excerpts from the leader's biography were read before the news that Kim Jong-un's grandfather, Kim Il-sung, had been shot dead. The message was obviously followed by the lowering of the North Korean flag near the demilitarized zone dividing North and South Korea. But the day after, everyone was still confused because nothing had been verified and no one knew anything. It lasted until the next day when a very much alive Kim Il-sung was seen shaking hands with a Mongolian delegate. When it comes to Kim Jong-un's father, Kim Jong-il, there was a theory that he had been dead from diabetes since 2003, and his role had been played by a series of closely guarded body doubles. As ridiculous as that sounds, the North Korean government tried to keep the news of Kim Jong-il's 2008 stroke from leaking to the outside world. They didn't want the United States to use a moment of supposed weakness to invade North Korea. But it was all for nothing because of the French doctor who treated the leader. He confirmed that Kim's concerning absences from parades were most likely due to his stroke. How could this guy ruin everything like that? Is he still alive now? Well, in case Kim Jong-un were to die, according to an expert, it would be a big shock to the system if it really happened. North Korea would go through a transition period, one that would most likely be stable. There's an unspoken agreement in North Korea that only a Kim from the same dynasty can be the leader, and luckily there are a few to take over immediately. Ideally, the successor would be male, to continue North Korea's Kim dynasty called the Paek-2 bloodline. Kim Jong-un has an older brother, Kim Jong-chul, who was already passed over for the role of the supreme leader in favor of the younger Kim. The reason for that was his heart was too warm. It seems that he's more into art, and when he studied in Switzerland as a child, he wrote a poem that said his perfect world would have no weapons or atom bombs and people would be free. We probably shouldn't take it too seriously because he was just a kid. By the way, the Washington Post reported that Kim Jong-chul is a massive fan of Eric Clapton, and all that is apparently too soft for North Korea. Kim Jong-un reportedly has 3 kids, but they're too young to lead. But there's also another candidate who would be perfect for that role. There's one question though: would North Korea be ready for them? That person is Kim's younger sister, Kim Yo-jong. She seems to be one of the leader's most trusted confidants and has risen quickly in the Korean Workers' Party. She has played an active role in her brother's regime, but it wouldn't be something normal for Korea to have a woman as the head of the country. Choosing Kim Yo-jong as the new leader could be very complicated in the patriarchal culture in North Korea. But at the same time, she has the status of a descendant of the founder. Do you think that would help her? Or North Korea just isn't ready for a female leader yet? Kim Yo-jong has been more active lately. She's been making public statements, for instance, criticizing South Korea. And she has shown that she can be a leader. Kim's sister had her big debut at the Winter Olympics in 2018. That's when the press gushed about her because she seemed very different from her brother. At the Olympics, she became the highest-ranking member of the Kim family to visit South Korea since the end of the Korean War. Her visit paved the way for her brother to arrive in the South a few weeks later. She's slender, smiling, and gracious, and she also seemed friendly. I don't know if this is something you would associate with North Korea. The sister and brother have been close for years, probably thanks to the fact that they both attended school in Switzerland. Kim Yo-jong has advised her brother on important issues in the North Korean capital, Pyongyang. She encouraged construction of modern apartments, ski slopes, and even an amusement park. Ms. Kim can also be seen watching missile tests alongside Kim Jong-un. Moreover, she now regularly inspects sites with her brother. For instance, during his visit to Yangdok County Hot Spring Resort. She was also pictured riding horses with him on a mountain sacred in North Korean mythology. Kim received a great education. She had private tutors and studied abroad. She majored in political economy at university, and she took part in sports and other extracurricular activities. Apparently, she was extremely well liked among her classmates and was known for her friendly attitude. She may be described with all the positive words, but let's not forget that there is a whole system behind her. Here's one weird incident that took place a few years ago. According to Daily NK in Japan, in May of 2015, around a dozen of Kim Yo-jong's classmates from Kim Il-sung University disappeared at the same time. It was later reported that they were exiled for revealing that they were her former classmates. But another source says that it's unlikely that Ms. Kim knew of their impending exile, and others still doubt that such an innocent statement could have caused their removal. What do you think happened to them? And what about issues like nuclear weapons and relations with South Korea and the United States? I guess it will all depend on who becomes the leader, their ability to reinforce power, and who they will rely on within North Korean society as their power base. Of course, we won't immediately get the answers because dictators govern through longer periods of time than democratic leaders. And besides that, a new North Korean dictator most likely won't present their attitude towards denuclearization and other issues on the very first day of their reign. I guess that the world will find out about Kim's health when North Korea decides that it's the right time to make an announcement. Right now, there's no definite answer yet. We can only look at history. For instance, when Kim Jong-il died and it took North Korea 2 days to make it public. So silence could mean something, but it could also mean nothing. Do you believe that Kim Jong-un is in such serious condition? Who do you think would become the North Korean leader if he died? Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay up to date with our videos. Leave a thumbs up and share the video with your people. See you.